So remember to look at them separately. Look at the red lines by themselves, and then look at the black lines by themselves, and then add the total number of pairs together. I can see a lot of right answers. So if you're confident and you really want to answer or explain this question for us, pop your hand up, okay? Pop down your answer, just 3 seconds left, okay? Alright. So B is the correct answer. Good job for choosing the right one. Here's your trophy, and let's see. Okay, let's have someone on stage with us. Hi, Daniel.
Hello.
Hi. Can you please explain to us how you did the question?
Okay, can I please borrow the pen?
Of course. There you go.
Thanks.
Welcome.
So first I solved how the red lines first. So there are 3 of them.
Yeah.
You minus 1 and our number is going to be 2. So we just add 1 and then a 2 and then it will equal 3. So next I solve the black lines. So there are 4 of them and I have to minus 1, which will equal 3. So 3 is our number. If I add 1 plus 2 plus 3, that would equal 6. So 6 plus 3 will equal 9.
And that is the total number of pairs or parallel lines in this graph below. Is that correct?
Yep.
Okay, thank you so much. I think that was very clearly explained. So we'll give you a trophy. Thank you for explaining it to us. And let's open the chat box. Did everyone understood? Thank you, Daniel. Yes. So if you look at them separately, it's like 2 different graphs. And it's just like the questions that we done before the break, right? So they're quite easy if you separate them and then just look at them as individual sets, okay? Teresa, no, as in you don't understand it, or not easy? there any questions? Hard, okay. See, it is a little bit challenging than the ones that we've done before, but I think you guys are getting it. Yeah, getting better at it, isn't it? Okay. Now that we have learned about rays and lines, let's study line segments. Okay, so what is a line segment? Below is a line segment, okay, which contains two endpoints. So this is a keyword, two endpoints. Remember for rays, we only have one endpoint, but segments, they have two endpoints, okay? And it is straight and does not extend in either direction. So what that means is that it's like kind of capped by the two endpoints. So they stop at the endpoint. Okay, so now let's have a look at these four options. Which of these do you think is a line segment? So we're seeing a lot of C's. Good job. So C is the answer. So why doesn't A satisfy the segment criteria? Because it doesn't have any endpoints, right? What about B? B only has one segment. Sorry, B only has one endpoint. What does that make it? It makes it a ray, doesn't it? C is perfect. And what about D? What makes it not good to be a segment? It is not straight. Okay, so we're gonna go on to the next page. So for this question, how many line segments are there in the three graphs below? So let's look at question 1 first. We can have a segment from A to B, can't we? And then we can have another segment from A to C. And we can also have one from B to C. So how many is there in total? 3. Okay, what about question 2? So for question 2, I'm just not enough space, so I'm going to draw it out here. So we have 4 endpoints here, don't we? We could have A, B, C, D. So we can have from A to B, from A to C, from A to D, or if we start from endpoint B, we can have B to C, B to D, or if we start from endpoint C, we could have CD, okay? So how many segments do we see in this one? 6. Good job, Lois. And let's look at the last question, question 3. Okay, so we can have AB, AC, AD, AE. Just most importantly, they all have to be capped by two endpoints. And if we start from B, have BC, BD, BE. And then if we start from C, CD, CE. And finally, starting from D, we have DE. So if you really think about it, do you see a pattern here? It's kind of like 4 if we start from A, and then 3 if we start from B, 2 if we start from C, and 1 if we start from D. Okay, so we're gonna have a look at a question. But first, we're gonna summarize that. So remember what I said about the little pattern that we found? We're gonna summarize it, okay? So we sum up all positive integers starting from 1 in ascending order. And so the number that is 1 less than the number of points. So this is very similar to how we do the parallel line questions. So for example, if there are 4 points here, A, B, C, D in the question, we use 4 to minus 1, which will give us 3, okay? And then this is the number that we're going to go up to when we start from 1 and add everything until that number. So 1 plus 2 plus 3, which will give us 6. Okay, why do we add it that way? So if you look at it, if we have AB, AC, AD, and then this is just going to cover the picture here, so just ignore that. So BC, BD, and then CD. So you can see it's kind of like 3 plus 2 plus 1. That's why we're doing it in this math equation, okay? Does that make sense, everyone? Yeah? Okay, good job. So let's try with an act question, okay? I'm gonna close the chat for now, and again, I think you guys are getting a little bit better. So how about we try 2 minutes, okay? Starting from now. Again, if you're confident with your answer, you can pop your hand up, okay? And then we'll get you on stage. Okay, I'll just give you guys 10 more seconds. We have a couple that haven't popped in the answers yet. So I'm just gonna give you guys about 10 more seconds, and then we're gonna start answering. Okay, so I'm gonna stop the lecture now. And good job to everyone that chose C. Okay, so someone like to come up stage? Let's have Lori here. Hello.
Hi.
Hi, would you like to explain to us why it's C? Do you want the pen?
Oh, I don't need the pen.
Okay, sure. I can write it out for you.
So there's 7 dots,
Yeah,
and then you take away 1, which equals 6,
yeah,
and then you have to do 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6,
yeah.
and the answer is 21.
Good job. Thank you so much for explaining that to us. Here's your trophy. So did everyone find this question okay? Yeah? Okay, good job. See, you guys are getting really, really good at it, right? Okay, next what we're gonna do is that we're gonna find out how to find the number of line segments when two line segments intersect each other. So how many line segments are there in the graph below? So you can see we have two lines, right? We have the line AB and we have the line CD. And what we're going to do first is that we're going to find the number of line segments in AB. So again, we're going to look at them separately, okay? And then we're going to find the number of line segments in CD. And then we're going to find the total number, which will be our answer. So we're going to look at AB first. How many endpoints or how many dots do we have in AB? We have 5 dots, right? So we're going to use 5 to subtract 1, which will give us 4. And We're gonna start adding from 1, 2, 3, 4, okay? And that will give us an answer of 1 plus 2 is 3, 3 plus 3 is 6, 6 plus 4, so a total of 10 line segments, and that's for AB. Okay, so we have 10 here. And then let's look at CD. So how many endpoints do we have in CD? Or how many dots do we have in CD? Yeah, good job. We have 4. So we're going to use 4 to subtract 1, which will give us 3. Okay, and then we're going to add from 1 until we reach 3. So 1 plus 2 plus 3 will give us 6 segments in total. So we have 6 segments in CD. And then we're going to add them together. So 10 plus 6 is a total of 16 line segments. Does that make sense? So it's really just like you just gotta pull those intersecting lines apart and look at them separately. And suddenly it becomes a really easy question, doesn't it? If no one has any question, oh, Austin, which part of it don't you understand? Or which part do you want me to go through again? So I'm just going to go through it again. So basically what we did is that we look at these two lines separately. We look at the AB and the CD separately. So why is 4 to minus 3 in the second part? 4 minus 1. So because the second part, this part here, we looked at CD, right? And how many endpoints is there in CD? 4. So we use that to subtract 1, which will give us 3, and that's the number that we want to add up to calculate the total number of line segments in CD. Yeah. Okay. Now I'm going to give you guys a chance to try. So again, I want you to find the number of lines in EF first, and then look at GH. Then you can tell me the answer, okay? So I'm going to close the chat box, and then let's have a timer. I'll give you guys 2.5 minutes. I see a lot of right answers. So if you want, you can pop your hand up. Just about 30 seconds left. Hello, Keaton.
Hello, and my answer is
Yes? Do you want the pen?
19. Yeah.
Uh, so the correct answer here is C, 21. Do you want me to go through it, or should we give someone else a chance to explain it? Because I remember you gave us a lot of good explanation this lesson. Should we give someone else a chance to try as well?
Yeah.
Yeah? Well, thank you for coming up. Let's see who else has raised their hand. Okay, how about we choose someone that hasn't been up yet? Or hi, Fernando. Can you please turn on your mic?
Hi.
Hello. Would you like to explain to us?
Yeah.
Yeah? Do you want the pen?
Yes, please.
Okay, there you go. Sorry.
So 6 minus 1 equals 5.
And which segment are we looking at first? The EF, right?
In F,
Yep.
1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 equals 15.
Yep.
And for gene H, 4 minus 1 equals 3.
Mm-hmm.
1 plus 2 plus 3 equals 6. 15 plus 6 equals 21.
Yeah. So 21 is our final answer, which is C. Okay, well, thank you so much for explaining that to us. Here's your trophy. I hope that made sense. Does anyone have any questions about Act 6? Yes. So, Teresa, what's the which part would you want me to repeat or to clarify? Okay, so what we did is that we look at them separately, yeah? So we just remember how we did the single line questions. We look at EF first, so we pretend GH didn't exist. So we looked at EF first, and EF had 6 endpoints on there, so we use that to subtract 1, which will give us 5, and that's a number that we want to add up to. So 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5, and that's a total of 15 segments in EF. And then again, we look at GH, which had 4 endpoints. So use that to subtract 1 will give us 3. And we just add up to 3. So 1 plus 2 plus 3, and that gives us 6 segments. And that means in total, there's 15 plus 6, which are 21 segments in this graph below. Okay? So we're going to wrap up. So just to summarize, we looked at lines, rays, and line segments. Okay? So for the line, we need to remember that there are no endpoints, nothing, okay? And it can extend in both directions. And for ray, we're gonna have one endpoint. So we have an endpoint and it will extend in one direction only. And then for line segments, we're gonna have 2 endpoints, one on each side, and then a straight line in the middle, okay? And it cannot extend in either direction. So I hope today's lesson makes sense for everyone. And remember to do your homework, okay? Thank you, guys. Thank you. Bye, guys. Bye, Selena. You too. Have a good week, Austin. See you next time, guys.